I recently sat down with Dalton and Eric, two Central New York fishermen who took a couple of kids out fishing and found themselves hooking into a giant Tiger Musky. This fish was a near record, measuring over 51 inches, weighing over 30 pounds, and they caught it on 4-pound test. I sat down with them in Fairhaven, New York, near Sodus Bay.
They got a worm on, you know,
Right.
Little poles.
yeah,
little
small,
Barbie poles.
yeah, exactly, small poles, and
So
we
you're
were
with-
going out
so you're with
after
kids.
them, right? Not even really wanting to hook anything, and then
Right.
he brings us up, and there's a log, and I hook a largemouth on this lure. I was already happy at that point. He's like, "Hey, you want to head over there?" So we went over there, and it was right across from where that log was, and all hell broke loose from there. We could spot him. I think he spotted him ahead of me. He looked kind of like a weasel or something
he's
coming
coming
across the water.
My-
But what's weird,
We were like, there's no way. There's no way this fish is gonna come in. There's no way.
We've
And-
got pretty light tackle.
4-pound test.
4-pound
Yeah,
test.
4-pound test.
No leader, right?
no
leader.
leader, nothing.
4-pound
I mean,
test.
it is what it is.
That hook, the last hook, is what had him in the mouth.
right
Oh,
here,
you're kidding.
this hook
I mean, you can see it. He's
right
the
there.
thing got it.
Jeez.
It's all shredded from it. But
mean,
that's
it's
what
pretty beat up.
had it.
And-
was the
and-
la- we knew it was big.
Right.
We didn't know it was that big until it actually came up to the swim platform, right at the back. He's screaming for a net. So
I'm yelling.
this guy comes
across
across
the
the lake in a canoe, a kayak with a
No.
net, but it's a regular bass net.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
it's
right,
only
right,
this big.
right.
And they were like, I was like, if we touch that thing with that net, it's gonna go, it's gonna shoot right down, and we're gonna lose it. We're never gonna get in. So I was like, all right, I get right down there, I put my hand right in his gills, and as soon as he was fine. As soon as I put my hand in there, as soon as I put pressure on him, he snapped right back, got my thumb, went straight down.
Oh.
After that point, I'm like, I'm determined to get this fish.
Yeah, not
This fish is
personal.
definitely going in the boat now.
So then after that happened, he runs out a little bit. And I'll be honest, for a creature that large, he really, I've had northerns
He didn't fight.
much
It's
smaller be more aggressive on the line. It's almost like he rolled up looking at what the hell was on the other end of that line. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell is this thing?
We put the out
He
drive.
rolled
We
up.
were worried about him hitting the out drive. We put the out drive up. That was the big thing. 'Cause the one time he went straight down, and we were ready to walk right on the boat.
He went underneath,
And I mean,
was
that's a
holding
big,
the
it
pole
is a
beside
big
the
boat to have on that lake, but we were worried about him hitting the out drive, cutting the line. So we brought the out drive up, came back
It
up
was
the
luck,
second
man.
time, and I was
A lot
like,
of luck.
I have one chance to get this fish in there. One chance. And that time I just I was still bleeding like a sick. Put my hand right in his gills,
did, too.
and I threw him, just like this, right over my back.
And almost hit.
Didn't even,
All the
like
small
I
little
knew he
kids
was
we got
going,
in the
I knew he
boat.
was going in the boat somewhere, but yeah, he was flopping around.
They're crying in the back of the boat, whining because this big ass monster just come over.
I got
the
one of
boat.
his teeth right here.
Yeah, he does too.
Probably the one that got my thumb.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That was in the boat the next day.
And then this thing's crushing everything in the boat. It's flopping around, and I'm trying to get everybody
We're trying to
calm down
yeah.
again.
Now we're trying to figure out. He was saying 44, and I was like, that thing's at least 46. At least 46.
He kept telling me, like, I don't think it is.
I never thought that would be over 50. That's for sure.
It went from being in the boat, everybody crying, to we're at the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm out with the nurses, and they're all getting
Taking
these
pictures of
pictures while he's in the hospital having his hand
Homo's it's shallow, right? It's only like
Oh, yeah.
20 feet.
21, I think, max.
A lot of people don't know that they're out there.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. Now
I mean,
it's
now they're gonna.
yeah.
As soon as I had my hand in that fish, I was like, I knew it was so goddamn big. I had to get it.
Now was it the hook or the tooth?
No, it was a tooth. It shredded it straight up, and I cut it straight across.
Because
Oh,
the
wow.
lure
And
was
it-
on the other half of his head.
It ripped everything right back, and they stitched it all back
Oh,
together.
my
And I got that finger, and yeah, it was
You get many stitches?
5-stitch fish. That's what it was.
5-stitch fish.
If I didn't realize it was that big, I wouldn't. I'd know not to put my hand in it.
Right.
I know that, but that thing was so big. I just we had nothing else to do. I was like, I have to get this thing in the boat.
And he
And
did.
then the first time he got me, and I was like, man, now I really have to get in the boat.
Honestly,
He got me.
if Eric wasn't there, it probably wouldn't have been landed.
threw it up and over, and like I didn't even get to see what happened. I had just instantly wrapped my thumb up because it was just spraying everywhere, and I instantly wrapped my thumb up, and I turn around, look, the kids are on the back screaming, the fish is flopping in the center of the boat, and he's over like, man, we gotta get this thing in there.
He wasn't the one holding the rod, but if I didn't have him, none of this would have happened. Right. You know, he could have been holding the rod, and I could have won the land.
Yeah.
Either way, that fish was getting in.
That's why
boat.
fishing's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff.
He's got to be on the wall, so every day I can go by and give him a thumbs up. Hey, I won.
Yeah.